In a remote Nigerian village, a group of NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, members had spent a year serving in the local high school. The village was serene, with dusty roads and lush green fields framed by the majestic hills. The Corps members, a lively bunch, had become an integral part of the community, teaching, organizing events, and mingling with the villagers. Among them was Chinedu, a brash and ambitious man with dreams far bigger than the simple village life. On a warm afternoon as their service year neared its end, the Corps members decided to explore the village one last time. They strolled through narrow paths lined with mud huts and vibrant marketplaces. Eventually, they found themselves standing before the king's palace, an imposing structure adorned with intricate carvings and statues. Behind the palace gates, on a pedestal that seemed to radiate light, was a golden crown. "It's real gold," Chinedu whispered, his eyes alight with greed. "Do you know how much this could sell for in Lagos?" "Don't even think about it," Johnson, one of the more cautious Corps members, warned. "I've heard stories about this crown. It's protected by powerful charms. No one who steals it survives." Chinedu laughed dismissively. "Charms? Stories to scare children. That crown is our ticket to wealth." Though tempted, the others urged caution, but Chinedu's mind was made up. As their final night in the village approached, while others packed for their journey home, Bolaji, accompanied by two equally greedy friends, sneaked into the palace. Under the cover of darkness, they snatched the crown and concealed it in a black nylon bag. The next morning, the Corps members boarded a bus to leave the village. The villagers, oblivious to the theft, waved them off with smiles and blessings. Some Corps members, including Johnson, prayed for protection as they embarked on the journey. Chinedu and his accomplices, however, laughed at their caution. As the bus rumbled down the uneven road, Chinedu felt a strange unease. The crown in his bag seemed to grow heavier, its presence unnerving. Suddenly, the bus jolted to a stop. The driver, muttering curses, inspected the engine. Hours passed under the scorching sun before the bus was fixed. But not long after resuming their journey, a loud bang echoed. A tire had burst. Frustrated, the driver set to work again, while the Corps members grew restless. When the journey finally continued, an eerie silence enveloped the bus. A cold wind swept through, chilling everyone to the bone. Without warning, the brakes failed. The driver's panic shouts filled the air as the bus careened off the road, crashing into a deep ditch. The impact was devastating. Amidst the wreckage, cries of pain and despair echoed. 3 Corps members lay lifeless, their dreams extinguished. Others groaned in pain, their bodies battered. Amidst the chaos, Chinedu slipped away unnoticed, clutching the bag tightly. He fled into the night, his heart pounding with fear and guilt. The crown's golden glow seemed to mock him, a silent reminder of his greed. After hours of walking, Chinedu boarded another bus heading to the city. Relief washed over him as he envisioned the wealth the crown would bring. But his journey was far from over. The new bus began to malfunction inexplicably. Passengers grew restless as delays mounted. Chinedu's unease deepened, but he remained silent. When he finally reached home, his youngest brother, Toba, greeted him with excitement. "Brother Chinedu," Toba exclaimed, hugging him tightly. Chinedu forced a smile and hurried to his room, hiding the crown under his bed. That night, tragedy struck. Toba slipped in the bathroom, hitting his head. By the time the family found him, it was too late. As the family mourned, strange occurrences began to unfold. Whispered voices echoed through the house, chilling the air. Chinedu's father suddenly fell ill, his body paralyzed by an unexplained stroke. Desperate for answers, the family summoned a prophet. The prophet examined the situation, his face grim. "Someone in this house has taken what does not belong to them. Until it is returned, the family will know no peace." Chinedu's heart raced, but he denied everything. The prophet's piercing gaze lingered on him before he issued a final warning. Return what was stolen, or face the wrath of the spirits. Consumed by fear, Chinnidu unwrapped the crown in his room. Its golden surface gleamed, but it felt heavier than ever. "It's just a crown," he muttered, trying to convince himself. "I'll sell it tomorrow and fix everything." The next day, Chinnidu set out for the market. The crown, hidden in his bag, seemed to pull him back toward the village. Shadows danced at the edge of his vision. A cold voice called his name. Turning, he saw Toba's ghost, pale and sorrowful. "Return the crown, brother," Toba's spirit whispered before vanishing. Terrified, Chinnidu fled to the prophet, who performed a ritual to ward off the spirits. "You have 3 days to return the crown," the prophet warned. "Fail, and the curse will consume you and your family." Haunted by unseen masquerades that lashed him with invisible whips, Chinnidu began his torturous journey back to the village. For days, he stumbled along dusty roads, his body battered and weak. As he approached the village gates, the masquerades vanished. The villagers, already aware of his crime, awaited his return. The king, flanked by elders, stood at the palace steps. Chinnidu collapsed before them, placing the crown at the king's feet. "Forgive me," he sobbed. "I was blinded by greed." The king's expression was stern. "You have brought great sorrow upon yourself and your family. Though you return the crown, the spirit's wrath is not easily appeased." As Chinnidu prepared to leave, a messenger arrived with devastating news. His father had passed away that morning. Overwhelmed with grief, Chinnidu left the village, burdened by the weight of his actions. His family's loss was a constant reminder of the price of greed. The golden crown remained in the village, a symbol of tradition and justice, while Chinnidu's story became a cautionary tale, echoing through generations. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories, also as an encouragement, and comment what is your view about the story in the comment section. Stay safe and stay blessed.